Today is the last day of the Black Ops 7 beta before we hop back into Battlefield 6. Now these are two very different games, but I wanted to talk about my final thoughts on the beta, where we're going to be heading into the full game, and then also maybe next year for supposedly Modern Warfare 4. We also got some great news here today, and something I definitely wasn't expecting to be a permanent change, especially with the way it's been going the past 6 years. So let's start things off with the big one, skill-based matchmaking. This has been a thing all throughout Call of Duty. However, since Modern Warfare 2019, we've had a more strict skill-based matchmaking system or engagement-based matchmaking system where the system or algorithm does not care about your connection and primarily pins you up against people of the same skill level. Now this isn't bad if you're earning something in return, like a ranked play where you get to see your rank and see what's going on. But for public matches where you're just trying to play casually, have some fun, maybe play with your friends, this is all around a bad decision. So in the beta, we actually seen an open mosh pit playlist that brought back that classic matchmaking system that we had prior to Modern Warfare 2019. Now this is great and all to have it in a playlist, but what does that mean, and are we going to see it for launch day? Well, that's where we got the news today that at launch, day one of Black Ops 7's full release, open matchmaking with minimal skill consideration will be the default in Black Ops 7 multiplayer. And not only that, persistent lobbies have also been a major thing in Call of Duty, especially over the past 6 years. We've had disbanding lobbies. When you hop into a game and that game finishes, as soon as that game ends, that lobby's disbanded. You may never see those people again. Whereas, again, prior to 2019, when the game ended, you went back to the lobby with everybody that was still there. The player has the option. The player has the power to choose if they want to stay in that lobby or leave and join a new one. And persistent lobbies, the way it was before Modern Warfare 2019, no more disbanding lobbies. Starting day one of Black Ops 7, the lobbies will be persistent, meaning if you're liking the lobby you're in, you can stay in it for as long as you want. You never have to quit. But you, as the player, have the power, have the choice to choose if you want to quit that lobby or not. It's no longer an algorithm choosing for you. It's no longer playing against an algorithm. You can have a good game and you're not going to be punished for that good game. This is the biggest news we've had out of Call of Duty for quite some time, and I honestly was not expecting it to change right now. Now that it is changing for Black Ops 7, there's already a very low perception of this game across the internet as a whole. Now I'm sure still millions and millions of people are going to buy this game and play it, and the ones who do play it I think are really going to enjoy it. But you have all this people, at least right now, saying Battlefield 6, Battlefield 6, Battlefield 6. It's like, we get it, okay? We get it. You can like more than one game. But imagine the people that play this game have that old school, classic Call of Duty feel once again. And then we hop in to Modern Warfare 4, developed by Infinity Ward. Now, I usually do like the way the gameplay feels for Infinity Ward. However, they can be a bit stubborn and stuck in their ways, meaning everything Black Ops 7 has turned around and brought us back to where the community has been wanting to go could all be ripped away from us going back into Modern Warfare 4. And I really hope that's not the case, because Black Ops 7 removed the hardcore skill-based matchmaking, made it so the lobbies don't disband every time. There's no carry forward from Black Ops 6. They're working on some aim assist changes. They said they've turned down collabs that didn't fit the Black Ops theme. We've got brand new movement updates, and they've already changed the Vault Edition operators to fit more to the Black Ops theming. So I think these are wins all around across the board for Black Ops 7. I'm just hoping that carries forward into Modern Warfare 4. I'm really worried about the stubbornness of Infinity Ward, because we have all these great changes in Black Ops 7, and then we might go back to that like real slow paced, everybody camping in corners, dying in 2 bullets type of gameplay, and I really hope that's not the case, because for whatever reason Infinity Ward is stuck to this Call of Duty must be realistic attitude over the past 6 years, when Call of Duty at its core is an arcade shooter. That's enough about skill-based matchmaking. That's enough about persistent lobbies. Let's get into what you're actually playing on the maps. I think, personally, the maps are super clean, super vibrant. They're not cluttered. So the visibility of seeing players, I think, is the best we've had in quite some time. Now, I do agree there's certain head glitches and stuff people sit on where it might be like, whoa, I couldn't even see that guy out of the corner of my eye. But for the most part, the visibility across all the maps, very good. The maps are also not overly cluttered and just like garbage thrown everywhere. It's nice, clean, visually pleasing and aesthetic. The maps are vibrant. They don't all have the same theming. So like Black Ops 6, a lot of the maps had the exact same theming and they weren't very colorful. And also the main thing, the flow of the maps. The flow of the Black Ops 7 maps, in my opinion, is some of the best we've had in quite some time. It reminds me a lot between a mix of Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 maps. If they like combined those design styles together, that's what we have in Black Ops 7. The gunplay, however, does feel a little similar to what we had in Black Ops 6, but I think very much so optimized and improved, and it feels a lot smoother, especially with the wall jumps. And I think the sound effects of not only the weapons, but also the hit markers is a big bonus as well. It's more satisfying than what we had in Black Ops 6. To me, Black Ops 6 was a complete miss. I didn't like that game very much. I didn't play it very much. I didn't even really touch the zombies that much. However, with that being said about the sound, I really wish they would have got rid of the gunsmith and went back to like a pick 10 or pick 12 system, because it is non-stop, especially with the cluster grenades. You're just hearing explosions non-stop throughout the entire game. Like, it's a little much sometimes when you don't have 1 second of silence. Also, I don't know if anyone else picked this up, but to me, certain voice lines of the announcer during the game sounded a little AI. Now, they might not have been. They may have just tuned the audio a little bit, but it didn't seem quite right. But speaking of the gunsmith and setting up your loadouts, one major thing I think needs to change. Right now, by default, your character will go into attack stance anytime you slide, dive, wall jump. Basically, anytime you move, you're going to be tack stancing if you try to aim in. So you're basically forced to use the dexterity perk so you don't tack stance. In previous Call of Duties that had the tack stance, which I mean should just never exist in the first place, you could just change it in the settings. However, in Black Ops 7, to not tack stance, you need to have the dexterity perk. I think they should just completely remove tack stance from the game entirely and make it so that dexterity allows you to not only mantle faster, because mantling just kills all momentum in this game, and give you the ability to strafe faster. Because the couple games I played before I unlocked my loadouts to be able to add dexterity, I could not stand playing the game. Tack stance is one of the worst features to ever come to Call of Duty, and that's not up for debate. But my top 3 weapons of the entire beta, number 3 has to be the M15 AR. This thing was just super fast fire rate, easily controllable recoil, and you still had decent movement speed. Number 2, the M8A1. Now, I think this is the first time the M8 has been an auto burst, meaning you can just hold the trigger down and it's still going to burst, but it'll burst as many times until you run out of ammo in that clip. Whereas previously, you had to keep tapping the trigger. I love the auto burst. And then, of course, number 1, probably the best gun in the beta, the Dravec. The Dravec just felt so good, so clean, so smooth to use. It was kind of like that hybrid AR SMG where you kind of had AR damage but movement speed of an SMG. Now, you definitely noticed it at range where it fell off, and I will say, for most of the weapons, they were garbage without any attachments. Once you started getting attachments, unlocking some things, they felt very good. And I think that kind of plays into the grind of the game, where you might have to grind it a little bit more to get the guns to feel the way you want them to. There was the brand new overclocking system where you can like technically add attachments to your field upgrades, your equipment, and your score streaks. I think it's a good idea as long as they're not like too overpowered. But then again, everyone else has that same ability to use it as well. So but I think overall, Black Ops 7 is reverting a lot of the changes that we've had go in the wrong direction and a negative direction over the past 6 years. And I think Classic COD might finally be back. And I'm really excited to hop back in on November 14th to some more Black Ops 7 multiplayer. But let me know what you guys thought of the beta down below in the comments. Did I miss anything? Is there anything you didn't like? Is there anything you agree with? Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and bell for notifications. I'll catch you right back here in the next one. Peace out.